All right. Welcome to another episode of the Gaming News Show with Money Match Gaming. This is GG News. Good games. Today we are going over some more hot topics. The idea of the show, this is episode 2, and the idea of the show is that we're going to cover some of gaming's hot topics in the last 24 hours. So we've got a bunch of brand new hot topics for you guys, and we're just going to go over those. So thanks for joining us. The first one, it's kind of a continuation from yesterday's topic. Yesterday's, I guess, most trending topic, which was PewDiePie and racial slurs during his live stream. Now, as we all know, PewDiePie is one of the biggest streamers in the world. Millions of views. Like if he left YouTube, he could still probably get 100,000 followers on whatever account he was on, just because his following is so big. And so when somebody with this much influence is doing this on their streams, and when they have, his stream is so big that there's a lot of children watching his streams, it's kind of a problem. Anyways, we had a tweet today that sparked our newest interest in the topic. Today's tweet comes from Ian Miles. So Ian was defending PewDiePie a little bit and said, "Hey, can people stop freaking out over PewDiePie?" Can people stop freaking out about PewDiePie saying the N-word in a heated gaming moment? Watch, there's going to be 10 articles about it. Well, there's more than 10 articles, and the fact that you called it a heated gaming moment has only taken off on the internet, and that's now a new meme. So now we have a new meme of heated gaming moments. I've listed some of my favorite heated gaming moments below for you guys to check out, because honestly, the internet does quite a few funny things with it. One of my favorite is definitely the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in a heated gaming moment is invade Poland. So that's the type of level that people are taking these to, because there's really no excuse for racism and prejudice, and the fact that it's kind of like ingrained into you, it means it's kind of been there for a while. And also, being from Switzerland or the Netherlands, I forget exactly what country it's from, but when you have all that Nazi propaganda just laying around for videos all the time, and you're always saying these Nazis, maybe it's a little bit more ingrained. So the internet's starting to take focus on that. There's some really funny ones you guys can catch behind me right now as I scroll through this. So let's quick catch up on that story. I don't really want to stay too much on that one because we did cover that yesterday, but it's still going. Next up, we have Nintendo Direct. So Nintendo has another Direct conference happening tomorrow, 9/13. The time for that conference is at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This conference, why is it important? Of course, Nintendo has many of these throughout the year just to let us know what's going on as far as new products coming out. But this one specifically also caught gamers' eyes because everybody's been waiting for the announcement of a new Smash Bros. Game, and we just haven't heard anything from it. In fact, Nintendo just completely avoided it at their last big conference with E3. Just didn't even talk about it, and they just sent people into outrage. So this Nintendo Direct was picked on a certain date. People are starting to notice, at least. This is the 4th anniversary of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. So perhaps that's something that they're actually going to secret reveal or whatnot. It's also noted by a few people that earlier in the post, in the original Nintendo Direct post online, it had a tag, like some of the tags in the description of the post for SEO purposes and whatnot, actually had Super Smash Bros. In the tags, and then later on throughout the day they took those tags out. So possibly Super Smash, possibly not, but Nintendo Direct happening tomorrow. Nothing else. You probably want to check that out if you're a Nintendo fan. Boom. Next up, we have OKAMI. So OKAMI, I'm just going to look at this picture. This is a beautiful dog. OKAMI is this game, and it's very, it's kind of like an indie game. It's very animation oriented, I guess I would say. It looks like everything's kind of hand drawn in like this Japanese art style, and the ink is just flowing as you play the game. So the character has like ink that's kind of flowing out of them, and they attack. It's really interesting looking, very very visual game. I actually want to show part of the game for just a second. Let's check out some OKAMI. is so special about this game? Just so you guys can get a quick idea of what it even looks like. I wasn't lying. So very visual. Everything looks drawn and like painted on paper. Getting that very old, like traditional, whether that's Chinese or Japanese art style. There's dragons, so maybe that's more Chinese. We don't know. I don't want to speculate, but that's OKAMI. Now, Capcom's kind of trying to make like a big deal about this game being re-released. And again, that's re-released. So this game is being re-released on multiple systems on PlayStation 4, which is apparently able to play every game under the sun now, on PC, and I think they're also going to port it to the Wii or Wii U. So congratulations if you're an OKAMI fan. Chances are you are not an OKAMI fan because this game had one of the biggest flops to date for gaming past 2000, I believe. It was just a major flop, and somehow it still managed to get IGN's Game of the Year award. So that's why they're re-releasing it, because it got Game of the Year and it didn't sell anything. So why not re-release it a decade later? So that's what's happening with OKAMI. This time it's in HD and you can go all the way up to 4K. Hopefully the game is actually good and some people play it, and maybe I don't know what else to say about it. That's OKAMI. Next up, we're going to kind of get off the video game topic for just a moment and touch up on Wonder Woman. Oh man, look at these smiling faces. Okay, we're talking about Wonder Woman for just a second. Why? Because Wonder Woman was able to secure their director. What's her name? It's Patty Jenkins. Yes, Patty Jenkins. They were able to secure their director, Patty Jenkins, for the sequel. There will be a sequel, of course, because this is in a long stream of movies about the Justice Friends and etc., etc. I think it's an alright move because it's nice when they don't mix up the directors too much. And these, like, I don't like the new Batman series was good. Now if you're gonna switch out the new Batman director after the Joker dies, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. But it'd be like, why? It was such a good movie, and you made more money than you've ever made with a Batman movie. Why would you change anything? So it's a good thing that they're not doing that here, because this movie grossed almost $1 billion. That was $410 million in the United States and $405 million, these are separate, abroad. So I don't know why you would switch up artists in that situation. Another good reason to maybe be in favor of Patty is because James Cameron was publicly on Twitter, I believe elsewhere, kind of slut-shaming her for the portrayal of Wonder Woman and some of the other Amazons in this movie. And she responded on Twitter saying there's no correct way to portray a powerful woman, which, nice statement, Patty. There's no statements been made so far about how much Gail Gadot will receive for taking on the sequel, but I can imagine that it's going to be a nice little increase, seeing how Patty went from making $1 million in the first film to now $8 million for this sequel. So laugh at that, James Cameron. The last update that we have for today is simply CSGO based. For any of you Counter-Strike nerds out there, I don't care about Counter-Strike really, but I figured, why not give you the good Counter-Strike news? Counter-Strike just had a recent patch update, which is a perfect world where it enables person-to-person trading, so that's big for a lot of people out there. I know this is a very skin-heavy game where people love to collect those items, and it's kind of like loot boxes in Overwatch. I'm an Overwatch fan, so I know it's like our loot boxes, and if they opened up loot boxes to everybody else, we'd be really excited for that. Other miscellaneous updates are fixed a rare crash on dedicated servers that allows disallowed votes, fixed players sometimes losing helmets when restoring round backups in tournament matches, and added error detection when failing to fully initialize NVIDIA graphics drivers. Alright, well, that pretty much wraps up today. My favorite portion, of course, was the heated gaming moments, and it's honestly just fun to scroll through Twitter right now because it's exploding. Let me know what you thought about today's episode, and if there are any topics that you would like to hear coming up in the week. As long as they're still relevant, we're happy to cover them. See you guys next time.